My dear friends, there comes a time in each life when the world grows loud, so loud that it drowns the whisper of your own soul. In that noise, you may forget the music of your own heartbeat, the rhythm of your own dreams. But listen, there is a power in stillness, there is a strength in silence, and there is a beauty in tending to your own garden before you go wandering in another's field. So today, I invite you to turn inward, to hush the world's chatter, to stand unshaken in the company of your own self. For when you focus on you, and keep your silence sacred, you will rise, not with noise, but with undeniable grace, my dear ones. There is a quiet place inside you that has been calling your name for years. You may have heard it in the soft pause between one heartbeat and the next. You may have felt it in the lonely hour before the sun wakes. When the world is hushed and your mind is unguarded, it is the place where your truth sits waiting, patient as a mother waiting for her child to return home. Yet so often we run from it. We run into the arms of noise. We fill our hours with chatter and our souls with clamor. We mistake constant motion for progress, forgetting that the seed does not grow in the storm, it grows in the quiet earth. Silence is not emptiness, it is not a void, nor is it the absence of life. It is the rich, dark soil from which the roots of your being push downward and your spirit reaches upward. The silence I speak of is not just the muting of your lips, but the stilling of your heart's trembling and the quieting of the restless need to be seen, heard and validated. It is a choice, a bold one, to step away from the frantic banquet of opinions and return to the simple bread of your own thoughts. Too many of us are afraid of our own company. We fear what we might hear if we truly listened. We fear the truth will show us where we have been false. But, my loves, it is only in that reckoning that you will be free. The silence will strip away the false ornaments you have hung upon yourself to please the world. It will peel away the layers of voices that do not belong to you. And there, in the clean air of your own solitude, you will meet yourself, perhaps for the first time. When you enter that silence, it will feel strange at first, like stepping into a darkened room after the bright chaos of the street. You will not see clearly right away. Your mind will wander. It will itch for distraction. But if you wait, your eyes will adjust. You will notice the contours of your own inner world. You will hear the soft sighs of your own spirit. You will begin to feel the slow, steady growth of your roots. The world will try to tell you that you must always be speaking, always be showing, always be proving. But the most powerful transformations happen unseen. The caterpillar does not announce to the forest that it is changing. It slips into its cocoon in silence, trusting the work that is happening inside. The roots do not shout from beneath the earth, yet without them, the tree cannot stand. And so it is with you. Your silence is not weakness, it is preparation. Do not be afraid to pull back from the crowd. Do not be afraid to tend your own soil before you plant yourself in public view. Every moment you spend in the stillness is a moment you are fortifying your spirit, clarifying your purpose, sharpening your inner tools. Silence teaches you to listen, and in that listening, you will learn the language of your own soul. That language will guide you far more surely than the noise of 1,000 voices ever could. When you tend to yourself in silence, you are not being selfish, you are being wise. For what you cultivate within will be what you bring to the world. If you feed yourself only the noise of others, you will have nothing but echoes to give. But if you root yourself in the deep soil of your own spirit, you will bloom with an authenticity no one can mimic. The silence will teach you patience. It will remind you that not every answer must be found today, that not every wound needs a witness, that you can grow without applause, and you can heal without telling the world you are hurting. In silence, your spirit will grow stronger than you knew it could be. The storms of life will shake the leaves from your branches, but they will not uproot you, for your roots will be deep, and your roots will be yours. Silence will test you, It will lay bare your fears and your doubts. It will show you the parts of yourself you have ignored, the truths you have dressed in disguises. But it will also show you the quiet power that has always been yours. It will reveal that you are more than the noise around you, more than the roles you have been given, more than the version of yourself the world has decided you should be. If you give yourself to the silence, truly give yourself, you will discover the most radical truth. You do not need to chase validation, for you already contain your worth. You do not need to shout to be heard, for you already have a voice that resonates in the chambers of your own soul. You do not need to run to keep up, for your journey is not measured by the footsteps of others. My dear, the silence is not empty. It is alive with the whispers of your ancestors, with the wisdom of the years, with the pulse of the very earth beneath you. When you sit in it, you are not alone. You are in the company of all who have walked before you and all you are yet to become. The silence is your teacher, your healer, your mirror, and your home. Step into it. Let it hold you. Let it grow you. Your energy, my dear, is the currency of your life. Every thought you entertain, every conversation you hold, every battle you choose to fight, it all costs you something. And yet, too often, we spend our energy as if it were endless, scattering it in 1,000 directions, until we are left hollow and trembling. You must understand this truth. You are not here to pour yourself into every empty cup you meet. You are not here to offer your strength to those who will not even lift their own hands to carry their load. You are a finite vessel, filled with the light and warmth that make you who you are. That light can heal, it can inspire, it can bring life to the weary, but only if you guard it, nurture it, and refuse to let it be dimmed by careless hands. Some will come to you not because they love you, but because they are drawn to the glow you carry. They will take and take until your fire flickers low. Guard it, stand firm, protect it like the rare jewel it is. Guarding your energy does not mean shutting the world out entirely. It means learning the difference between the hands that hold you with care and the hands that come to take without giving. It means recognizing when a conversation is nourishing your spirit and when it is draining it. It means understanding that some people do not deserve a seat at your table, not because you do not care for them, but because they will spill the very food you have worked so hard to prepare. You must choose where your energy flows. If you give it to arguments that do not matter, you will have nothing left for the battles that do. If you spend it proving your worth to those determined not to see it, you will have nothing left to prove to yourself that you were always worthy. If you scatter it in the direction of every voice calling your name, you will never hear the voice that matters most, your own. Guarding your energy will require you to say no. It will require you to step away. It will require you to let go of people, places, and habits that drain you. This is not cruelty. This is not selfishness. This is self-preservation, and without it, you cannot stand in your power. You cannot pour from a cup that has run dry. You are the keeper of your own flame. The world will try to convince you that you owe it every spark, that you must burn yourself down to keep others warm. But listen, a fire that burns without care will consume itself until there is nothing left but ash. You must learn to tend to your fire, feeding it with love, rest, and truth so that it may burn steady for years to come. There will be those who do not understand your boundaries. They will call you distant, cold, or uncaring. Let them speak. You are not here to explain the way you protect your soul. You are here to live fully, to keep your light bright, to carry your power with grace. And you cannot do that if you allow every wind to blow through your heart unchecked. Your energy is not for sale. It is not to be bartered for attention or approval. It is the lifeblood of your dreams, the force behind your purpose, the quiet engine that carries you toward the life you were born to live. Treat it as you would a priceless treasure, because that is exactly what it is. Place it in the hands of those who have earned the right to hold it. Share it with the moments that truly matter. Invest it in the work that will outlive you. Guard it fiercely. Guard it tenderly. And in guarding it, you will find that you are not only protecting your own soul, you are preserving the very strength you will one day need to rise higher than you have ever imagined. There is a power in a deed that no speech can rival. Words are wind. They can soothe, they can stir, they can inspire, but they can also be empty if not grounded in truth. Actions, my dear, are the stones on which trust is built. They are the proof, the evidence, the living testament of what you believe. When your words fall silent, your actions will still stand, speaking in a language that cannot be faked. You do not need to argue your worth to those determined not to see it. You do not need to explain your dreams to those who do not care to understand. You do not need to answer every accusation or defend yourself against every shadow cast upon your name. Let the life you live be your reply. Let the way you move, the way you treat others, the way you carry yourself through storms be the loudest statement you make. When you choose action over argument, you step into a space where noise cannot touch you. You are no longer at the mercy of someone else's version of your story. You are writing your own, word by word, step by step. And though there will be those who twist your silence into weakness, understand this. The one who keeps building while the world talks will always have more to show than the one who only speaks. The work you do in quiet will one day stand taller than the voices that tried to drown you. The seeds you plant without announcement will grow into forests long after the noise has faded. The character you build in private will become the fortress that shields you in public. This is why you must let your actions speak. Because actions cannot be erased by the lies of others. They cannot be undone by the whims of the crowd. People may forget the words you spoke, but they will not forget the kindness you offered when no one was watching. They will not forget the consistency with which you showed up. They will not forget the way you kept your promises, the way you carried your integrity like a crown you refused to set down, no matter how heavy it became. There will be moments when silence feels like surrender, but it is not. It is strategy. It is the discipline of a soul that knows its energy is better spent creating than correcting. It is the calm of a warrior who chooses battles with care. It is the grace of one who understands that truth needs no constant defense. It simply is. Let your actions become the rhythm that guides your life. Let them tell your story without a single boast. Let them draw people's eyes not to what you say you will do, but to what you have done. In this way, your legacy will be written not in speeches, but in the lives you've touched, the change you've made, the ground you've claimed inch by inch without fanfare. Walk as though the world is watching, but do it for your own soul. Work as though no applause is coming, yet give it your all. Move with such integrity that even in your absence, your actions will continue to speak for you, echoing long after your voice has fallen silent. The world will try to hurry you. It will wave its clocks in your face, point to the calendars on its walls, and whisper that you are late. It will compare your journey to the speed of another's, as though the seasons that guide your soul are the same as theirs. But my dear, flowers do not bloom in the same month, and yet each fulfills its purpose in its own time. You are not here to keep pace with the footsteps of strangers. You are here to honor the rhythm that was written into your bones before you took your first breath. There will be days when you feel behind. Days when you look around and see others arriving at destinations you have only dreamed of reaching. Days when you question whether you are moving at all. But time, real time, is not measured in the milestones the world applauds. It is measured in the depth of your growth, in the quiet strengthening of your roots, in the wisdom you gather as you go. Your rise may be slow, but slow does not mean stagnant. The river that carves the canyon does not rush, it moves steadily, shaping stone with patience and persistence. Let yourself move at the pace your spirit can sustain. Trust that the delays are not denials, but preparation. Trust that every moment out of sight is a moment of building, refining, fortifying. When you chase someone else's timing, you risk planting your seed in a season that will not sustain it. The soil may be too cold, the sun too harsh, the rain too scarce. But when you wait for your season, your true season, the earth will meet you with open hands. The conditions will align. What you have labored for in the shadows will break through the surface, not with strain, but with certainty. It takes courage to rise in your own time. It takes discipline to ignore the pull of the crowd's urgency. It takes faith to keep working when there is no applause, to keep sowing when there is no sign of green. But understand this: when your time comes, your rise will not be fragile. It will not be rushed. It will not be easily undone. For it will be built on the foundation of every patient hour, every silent choice, every moment you honored the pace meant for you. You must let go of the fear of being late. You cannot miss what was made for you. The road that is yours cannot be walked by another, and no clock can take it from you. You will arrive not a moment too soon, not a moment too late, but precisely when you are ready to stand in the fullness of your strength. When you rise in your own time, you do so without the cracks of haste. You do not stumble under the weight of expectations that were never yours. You step forward knowing that every inch of the path behind you has prepared you for this very moment. You step into the light not as someone scrambling to prove they belong, but as someone who knows, deeply, quietly, unshakably, that they have earned their place. And when that moment comes, you will not need to shout. You will not need to point to the years of silence and waiting. Your presence will speak for itself. Your season will be visible in every word you say, every move you make, every breath you take. The world may not understand how you bloomed seemingly all at once, but you will know. You will remember the long nights, the quiet work, the patient days when nothing seemed to move. You will know that your rise was not a miracle of chance, but the inevitable result of honoring your own clock,